Maximus Analysis here for May 19th, 2016, and we see we're looking at the ES on the daily. They are flirting with critical levels here in a major way. They broke the 2026 that we've been talking about and basically roll back up, so they didn't close below it. So again, we're still in massive chop, and we have to see what happens in the overnight session. Now, the levels that I posted today, I'm glad I posted out the lower level, which was the 2026 level, because they immediately shot down. And let me look at an intraday chart I'll give you on a 15-minute. And they immediately shot down to this 2026 level and just stayed there. And now they're popping up. And they didn't crack. Again, that's a major level because of it being a monthly low. They broke it, but it's to get back below it, which is a big thing. So again, it's a monthly candle that they can, it's just a level that maybe even off the day trade would have been great, but just we're in chop. So going back to a higher time frame of a weekly, we are still, again, in an indecision type of day. So this is the weekly candle, and you can see, again, we have been sideways, up and down all week. We have to see basically where we go. We have a range of 55 points right here, or no, excuse me, 45 points right here, and we'll kind of see. Again, it's been in a really choppy range, and we'll see what happens either today or tomorrow or next week. Going into tomorrow's close will give me significant. Either it stays where it is now, or we get some type of movement to the upside. Now, breaking above a 2059, I also have a 2070 area. Tomorrow will put this candle basically right up near the highs, which would be, a big deal. But we'll continue to watch it because, again, we have to keep it very, 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 very flexible in times of chop. It could break down or it could break up. You have to be prepared for both sides and have both sides a level, not just a gut feeling, but an actual tangible price level that says, okay, I get bearish again, or I continue to watch this. Now, again, a break above that 2070 area, and I would say, okay, the bulls got this, and then of course it's then seeing if there's follow through going into next week. And I've been tweeting out constantly, it's okay to keep your powder dry in situations like this until you get a clear signal and a clear line of demarcation, because remember, this is a weekly candle and it is still open. NQ on the weekly chart, we could see that they need to hold these levels, or at least get up, because stay at and not break down below this 4270 level, or to be specific, yes, the 4270 level. So we'll continue to watch and see how this one looks for some overnight movement. The YM, which is the Dow futures, again, is holding its line right here. Recapture of these highs, which would be around the 17,750 area, will be where we really want to watch. CL now, this is the weekly, and they have now rolled over to the N contract. So again, CL or crude futures roll every month. So now it's time to roll the M contract, and the N had more volume. So again, we have to see where they go from here, because they're getting right back into this little resistance congestion area, and we want to continue to see how that goes. Looking at gold, this is the gold weekly, and again, if you look at the daily, it gapped down and it's still holding its line. This line of 1247, 1240 needs to be held for the bulls, but it's just sideways right now. But again, a pop-up would make things look a lot better for that camp. Now, going back to the ES, I want to just go on an intraday time frame of like an hourly, and we want to see what this retracement looks like going into the morning. This would be at an overbought type of situation, and we want to see if they're just going to hold this line, hold this 2036 overnight. Of course, they want to hold the 2026 area, but again, we'll continue to watch, and I'm really focusing on the indexes, because right now a lot of things are either setting up to break down or break up, meaning that what we're in chop. And when you have chop, you just treat it accordingly. Let's look at a daily for a couple of things. We'll look at Amazon actually did fairly well. Again, it was low volume, but again, they want to stay in a day like today. Just being that green and being above these previous highs is a fair shows some good strength. And also Tesla, really dirty way that they're doing this, but you can see that they're still in this choppy, boxy range. So again, the Goldman thing, the other, what was it, yesterday or today? It's really grimy how they're doing this, but if they pop back up to this 223 level and really not showing a lot of strength, it could be some more downside potential to test that 203.62 level that we've been talking about. I will talk again about this MGT. This is not a type of stock that I like trading. Again, I think the trade is over. And if you're looking for either upside or downside potential, treat this as a day trading stock and days are over. Yeah, a couple good day run, they dump it, look for something else. Who else did I look at today? Let's look at Priceline. And Priceline just has some indecision going on right today. So we'll see if they're going to go to take out these previous lows and where they're going to close. This weekly is really after the earnings dump. Really want to see where they're going to close this one, because again, they get back below these lows of 1230. And then they're going to go try to take out this earnings low, which is around 1200. So we'll continue to watch that one as well, and just take it from there. But again, in chop, we will try to stay as neutral as possible, and I know it's not an easy thing. If we look at the daily for the ES, you can see that you see a lot of different candles, a lot of different patterns. But again, the bull pivots have continued to hold, which again was a 2026. And again, like I said, it's the close below it, not just to basically flash and dash. So we'll continue to watch this, but understand the type of movement that you're in. Chop is a very annoying and hard time to trade. And wait for your setup to be as clean as possible. And even then, maybe if you just say, listen, we're still in chop, reduce your size a little bit, just so that you're not taking full risk. And yes, if it goes the way you want, you might not take full reward, but it's better to reduce risk and make sure you have a high probability and understand where you are. Okay, if you're thinking about a sailboat, there's no wind right now. So when they start giving you wind, you adjust your sail and go from there. Take care.